All right, let's jump right in. What if I told you there's a single, super simple math trick that's secretly running pretty much the entire modern world? Seriously. It's inside your phone, it's behind the weather forecast, and it even helped build the internet as we know it. Today, we're going to pull back that curtain and show you exactly how this thing works.
I mean, think about it for a second. You start typing a text message and boom, your phone suggests the perfect next word. It's almost like it's reading your mind, right? So how on earth is that possible? And it's the exact same mystery with the weather. Your app looks at today, maybe it's sunny right now, and then it gives you a pretty good guess about what tomorrow's going to look like. It's not a crystal ball, obviously, but it's way more accurate than you'd think. Now here's the wild part. Both of these things, and so many others, are powered by the very same core idea. Yeah, it feels like magic, but I promise you, by the end of this explainer, you are going to know the trick. So here's our game plan. We'll start with the puzzle, uncover the memoryless secret behind it, build our very own What's Next machine, see its craziest tricks, and then wrap it all up with the one big thing you should remember. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it, the secret ingredient. It's called the memoryless property. And it's all about this really surprising power that comes from forgetting almost everything. The entire idea, the whole thing, boils down to this. To predict what's going to happen next, the only thing that matters is where you are right now. That's it. Not how you got here, not the 10 steps you took before or the 100 steps before that, just this very moment. To make this super clear, just picture two different ways of thinking. On one side, you've got full memory. That's like a person who thinks, okay, I woke up, had coffee, drove to work, sat in a long meeting, so I'm tired and I should probably just chill now. You see, they use their whole history. But a memoryless system, that's like a goldfish. It has no idea it just swam past that little plastic castle 10 times. All it knows is, right now, I'm at the top of the bowl. And that's the only piece of information it uses to decide where it's going next. So now that we have this secret, forgetting the past, let's actually build the machine that it powers. Now, the official fancy name is a Markov chain, but let's not worry about that. For us, we're just going to call it our What's Next machine, because that's exactly what it does. Okay, let's build this thing together. Step 1, meet Mark. Now, Mark can only ever be in one of 3 states or moods. He can be happy, sad, or sleepy. And he just kind of hops between these moods. But here's the absolute key, the whole trick. His next mood only depends on his current mood. If he's happy right now, we don't care if he was sad yesterday. That doesn't matter for predicting if he's going to get sleepy next. And believe it or not, that's it. That's the whole concept. A few states and a set of memoryless rules for hopping between them. You now officially understand what a Markov chain is. It's really that simple. So how does Mark decide where to hop? Well, it's all about probabilities or chances. You can see it right here. If Mark is in a happy state right now, there's a really good chance, a 70% chance, he's just going to stay happy. But there's a small 10% chance he might get sad and a slightly bigger 20% chance he gets sleepy. These probabilities are the engine that makes our What's Next machine run. Okay, so we've got this really simple machine, right? It's based on a goldfish with no memory and a guy named Mark and his moods. It seems almost too simple to be useful. Well, let's see how this exact logic performs some of the most mind-blowing tricks in our modern world. Let's go all the way back to our first mystery, your phone's predictive text. That is our What's Next machine, live in action. It's nothing more than a Markov chain. So instead of moods like happy or sad, the states are just all the words in the language. The machine looks at tons and tons of text, and it learns the probabilities. It learns that after the word the chance of hopping to the word cat is super high. And after the word cat, the chance of hopping to sat is also really high. It's just jumping from the current word to the next most likely word over and over again. All right, trick number 2. Let's look at predicting the weather. You guessed it. This can also be modeled as a super simple Markov chain. Check this out. We've only got 2 states, sunny and rainy. Based on tons of past weather data, we figure out the probabilities. If our current state is sunny, there's an 80% chance the next state is also sunny, and a 20% chance it hops over to rainy. And if it's rainy right now, well, there's a 40% chance of sun tomorrow. It is the exact same memoryless logic as our buddy Mark and his moods. And now, for the biggest trick of them all. The idea that basically organized the entire internet and turned Google into Google. Here's the basic idea. Imagine our character Mark is now a random surfer on the internet. He starts on any old page and just clicks a random link. He hops to a new page. Then from that page, he clicks another random link and hops again. He does this billions of times.
The pages he ends up visiting the most often are, by definition, the most important pages. This simple idea of a memoryless, random journey, that's the foundation of Google's original PageRank algorithm. Pretty cool, right?
So we've seen how our phones predict words, how we can forecast the weather, and even how the entire internet gets ranked. Let's boil all of this down to one powerful final takeaway. Here it is. This is the big idea I really want you to take with you. You can start with these incredibly simple, almost silly, memoryless rules, like a goldfish's view of the world. And from that simplicity, you can build systems that write sentences, predict the future, and organize all of human knowledge. Amazing complexity can come from being profoundly simple. It really leaves us with this final thought. And it's a powerful idea not just for math, but for how we look at the world too. Sometimes, to figure out where you're going, you don't need to get lost in the entire history of how you got here. You just need to have a really clear understanding of where you are right now. Hey, if you enjoyed pulling back the curtain on this and you want more simple explanations for the complex ideas that shape our world, make sure you subscribe to VibeDoc. Thanks for hanging out with me.